Because you have things that you treasure more than you treasure me. I'll not go with you until you choose me as your one reward. I was crying and crying. Then he said to me, lay down your ministry. Do you know that you love the work more than you love me? You are willing to do anything for the work. You will do anything to keep that ministry, to protect the ministry, to build the ministry. You love the ministry more than you love me. Lay it down. I said, Lord, what does that mean? Does it mean I stop building the work? He said, no. But promise me, even if the enemy will strike the work, you'll never turn away from me or my calling. Promise me that you'll never choose the comfort of having a ministry above my name. It was not easy. I said, yes, Lord, I promise. He said, no, you've got to let go. You've got to let go in your heart. And I cried, and I prayed, and I pleaded. And I reached a point where I felt I've let go. And he said, give me your family. Give me your wife. Give me your children. I said, God, what does that mean? What does that mean? I said, promise me that whatever happens, you'll never turn away from following me. Even if any of them is taken away, you'll never turn away. Trust me with your family. That was hard. I struggled. And I couldn't. And he said to me, this is for your own good. Anything you retain is what the enemy is going to use to pull you down. You think you love them more than I love them, but if you don't give them to me, the enemy is going to use them to pull you away from me. By his grace, I came through to that. And then he said, give me your name. You love your name. You love your reputation. You love to protect your image. You care a lot about what people think about you. Give me your name. I said, what does that mean? How do I do that? He said, promise me that from now onwards, you'll never defend yourself. It doesn't matter what people say. Doesn't matter what happens to you. You'll trust me with your name, with your reputation, with your image. I cried. I prayed. And I reached a point I said, okay, Lord, I give it. And he said, what if one day I let you, I let the enemy pull you down? What if you come into disgrace? What if everybody turns away from you? What if you're rejected? Do you promise to stand? I remember I reached a point I didn't understand anymore. I was coiling into myself. I just cried and cried and cried. And I reached a point where I said, take it all. Take it all. It means nothing. I don't want anything anymore. And he said to me, ask me anything. I'll give it to you. I didn't understand. And he said, ask me 2 things. And I promise you, I'll give them to you. And I asked him, I said, Father, you sent me to the nations. Give me the ability to love your people, even when my nature would not love them. I said, give me a foothold in every nation where you send me. Give me an inheritance. Your word says, ask me for the nations and I'll give them to you for an inheritance. There was a long silence. Then he said, go, the people are waiting, and I'll go with you.